Hey Capricorn, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we happen to help you find the beauty in all things. This is your weekly Tarology report from the 12th through the 18th here, 2024. Gonna have some big momentum taking place in the house of Capricorn this week because you have Venus moving out of your space, Mars moving out of your space, both of those guys going into the next door location of Aquarius, which is going to leave you with no main planets in your space here, coming up shortly after the 16th. So, as we always do, we start off with our sacred geometry to give you a little bit of additional information. And so it does appear as though this week, the things that are going to be able to support you are going to be various versions of the solfeggio frequencies, and with the energy of protection and safeguard that's coming up, we are going to probably take another look. I wouldn't be surprised as we're moving forward with planets moving out of your system this week, needing to reset on all different kinds of levels. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, there's a lot of things that are going to need to be healed and addressed. And so when we get to that space, guys, we always want to try to start it off in the heart space. So it sort of goes up and goes down, those different energies. We're going to put you at 396 hertz value in order to balance those different types of things out. However, that is also stating if you are very aware of the frequencies and how the frequencies can support you, if there's something very specific that you think that you need, call that in. But my team is telling most people to go here in at the 396 hertz. With the angelic support that's coming in, not only is it a requirement for you to protect your personal energy, it is mandatory these days, okay? We have so many energies with Mars and Venus getting ready to shift, multiple things that are getting ready to take place this week based upon those two movements and multiple conjunctions. You need to really bubble up. You really need to make sure that you are taking care of the protection around you, whatever that happens to be in your own personal pantheon. You can call your team in to assist you with that. But Capricorn, there is so much stuff that is going on this week based upon some different configuration changes. I feel that for you, it is absolutely going to be this very interesting mixed bag of nuts that shows up based upon where you're at. So let's just do a review. We have the moon in Pisces, which switched into the moon in Aries on Monday, and that is going to be with us with those big Mars going into Aquarius. We're all going to wake up into that energy on Tuesday because it takes place at about 10 o'clock on one coast to 1 a.m. on the other coast. Wednesday, there's a huge conjunction that takes place between the Mars in Aquarius versus the Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to shift the narrative. We also have the moon switching into Taurus, which is going to be in its exalted position, but this week it's going to be a little contentious because of the squares that are going to develop both with Pluto. And then there's going to be another conjunction on Wednesday with Jupiter and Taurus. So we have that energy going on. Then on Thursday is when Venus goes into Aquarius. And so that's going to create some trines for some individuals. And it's going to create an opportunity for some other things to open up again on Saturday. The moon is going to shift into the energy of Gemini. You want it to be this one on Saturday, and then, late Friday, all day Saturday, and then on Sunday, the sun is going to move into the sign of Pisces, hanging out there with Saturn in Pisces, so that's going to shift some things for you, and the moon's going to enter into Cancer. So unfortunately, or fortunately, depending upon how you want to think about it, there are a lot of things that are going to affect Cancer. But then after this big movement, I feel like you guys are going to get a little bit of a break because there's no planets that are going to be in your face messing around with you, so to speak. That doesn't mean that your sun, your moon, your rising, or however it is that you're mixing in your configurations won't have some other big motions and movements. But that is what we've got going on here. Now, Capricornios. The energy that you're going to want to be focusing on for yourself as we shift into this week does have a lot of energy. You really do need to know specifically where your Mars sits in your chart, and you're going to want to know where Venus sits very heavily in your chart, which house it is, so that it can help you identify the other motions and switches and changes that are going to take place very specifically for you. I will give you as much of the collective energy that pops up here with these switches and changes. Okay, and there you are. In one sense, from a planetary perspective, as well as all the different signs from this reading, and we will give you as much, like I said, detail as we possibly can. I really do hope that this is supportive, and if it is, please make sure that you're looking at all the fun things that you can do here on the YouTubies, like share, subscribe, comment. I really do appreciate those things. It helps me to be in the algorithm, and it helps to push my content out to other people that might need my services. So if you wouldn't be so kind to assist, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get the energy for Sunday for our Capricorn. I can feel that there needs to be more than one, but one at a time. Yeah, there's this one. And it also no, I want you to pop it out. Did it flip? It didn't flip. Okay, I need you to pop it out. What else do we have? There it is. Okay. Ha 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 ha. You actually get 3. Bottom of the deck. Joy. What is it that we're thinking of? The innocence of children. What is it that we're thinking about? What are we talking about here this week? Pleasant opportunities helping you to raise your vibration, protection energy coming in. Sometimes people forget that the 6 of Cups is very much a spiritual card. The 6 of Cups is your spirit guides and your team trying to get your attention to assist you in raising your vibration. And it also has a lot to do with exactly that, how it is that you're thinking, cleansing and clearing energy to ensure that you're getting back to a space where you can accept that all things that are going on for you are really there to assist, not to your detriment. But let's go ahead and jump right into what I see here from the card perspective, and then we'll tie in the astrology. So we do have Aquarius that pops in here. Again, we're all going to be experiencing this Mars into Aquarius energy by 10 o'clock p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. So that could have some significance. The star card, healing, cleansing, clearing, that's popping up. And so the star card is offering us the ability to take hold of those different manifestations, and is asking us to get ourselves emotionally prepared for the gifts that it wants to be able to prepare us for. Preparing our table, so to speak. On the energy, wow, you got a lot of majors. On the energy of Tuesday, we actually have the Hermit, which is kind of hanging out in the reverse position. So it's sort of like not really speaking. When the Hermit is in the reverse position, he's kind of, in one sense, and we'll get the clarifiers here in just a second, he's sort of like a loner. I'm doing things on my own because I can handle it sort of situation, rather than taking his own advice and being the energy of the perfection of service. On the other hand, that throat chakra could be engaged a little bit more, so that you are speaking your piece and counting to 3. If you look at it from that perspective, it means that you've gone into hermit mode and now you're out of hermit mode and you're prepared to speak your piece and count to 3, which leads you into the energy of the strength card here on Wednesday. And the energy of what all of this stuff looks like for you is shifting the energies of where it is that you are trying to bring in more pleasurable energies, right? Especially in the afternoons for you guys. Very specifically, I'm talking to Capricorns, very specifically in the afternoon, the energy of joy, the energy of the 5th house, which you will have in the afternoons this week. So being in the 5th house is exactly what it is that we're talking about here, matching up with the 6 of Cups, is bringing forward that self-expression, the energy of freedom that you would like to be able to experience in your future, all of the victories that you have, and taming the beast, so to speak. Whatever else happens to be going on in your world, there is an opportunity for you to grab a hold of that and transmute any of those different energies that are showing up. When we get to the energy of Thursday, we have the King of Pentacles showing up, talking about grounding some different energies that we have going on. We have Taurus showing up right here in Taurusville, right where you're supposed to be, with that moon in Taurus energy that shows up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for us. We get into the energy of Thursday, and now we're moving into the energy of the world. So we are talking about your ruling planet coming in here to support you just a little bit more, helping you ground into those different energies, which is very, very supportive. And again, with Saturn in Pisces, did I say Neptune earlier? Sorry about that if I did. With the energy of Saturn hanging out here, there are going to be some joyous moments. We'll talk a little bit more about that configuration. But when we have the world come up in general, we're talking about closing of some cycles and opening up other cycles that are available to you. So you have all the capabilities of the universe coming in to assist. On Saturday's energy, what we have, and this is what you're carrying forward into this week, is knowing that there's going to be something else that is going to be shared with you. Maybe it's happened within the recent weeks or days or months, but there is this, everything could be okay, and Spirit is trying to assist you with getting into another option that you may not have necessarily seen before to fill your cups back up, especially if you're spent with all the energy. And if you're a Capricorn, God bless your heart. A lot. But there is a potential. There is something that needs to be paid attention to, and Spirit's going to get that attention this weekend. When we get to the energy of Sunday, we do have the Four of Swords energy, which is opening some things up for you and receiving a little bit more download information. It wants to share with you this energy of the King of Wands. It wants to share with you, again, this Leo energy of strength, because this is Leo energy, King of Wands. And then we go into this optimism immediately with switching this over into Sagittarius, taking those next steps. Again, you're almost at the end of a cycle. We've got this 9 energy. We know you're tired. We know you are. You've done all these other 8 things. You need a breather. You need a break. But we're going to show you. And as long as you continue to have faith, we're with you. We're helping you. So take the time out that you need to before we take on this next project, or whatever the case may be for you very specifically in your world. So you are going to be going through a very excellent shift of energy this week. Like I said, the perfect astrology alone is acknowledging that. But we use both methodologies, as many methodologies as I can give people to help support what is going on in your world. So I'm going to shuffle these again, the confirmation cards here. Bottom of the deck again. Remember that the Six of Cups is here to assist you in thinking about more pleasant energies. It is thinking about the pleasant energies with children. Be in the heart of a child. Be thinking about the heart of a child. Be thinking about the energy of more pleasurable things that you would like to call into yourself, and calling on your spirit teams to assist very much in your favor this week, if you will do so. So let's go ahead and clarify this Aquarius energy with the star. This is Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And what do we have? Ooh, that was very quick. Okay, so the Three of Cups. I do like the energy of this showing up, because what Spirit is trying to tell you is there is joy coming in to assist you. There are better times coming. Just to be specific, this is the energy of Cancer, in case you need to know that information. But this is harmony. This is joy. This is coming together. This is celebration. This is information that it is that you want taking a hold here on this particular day, which is Monday. So before you end up going to bed tonight, there's going to be some sort of a support that assists you, even though the Mars position can be very rebellious in energy, dealing with those energies at one place. And the other component that it brings out is bringing in more of your authenticity. And it's going to make sure that you understand what it is that is most valuable to you, so that you can move forward in your highest and best good. So those are the energies that are going to separate here when we have this moon switching into the energy of Aries here. So got a lot of powerful energy here these first couple of days. Let's look at the Hermit. Why is the Hermit in reverse? Because there's some sort of a project that we're needing to stop. So Hermit energy showing up twice here. This Leo energy, again, call for rest and relaxation as much as you can possibly get to. This isn't the week necessarily to go out and do anything, as much as it is the week to sit down and receive and go through some additional healing. When the King of Wands is in the reverse position, he's not really doing anything. He's sort of slow. He's sort of reviewing some different things. We have a full stop here in that energy. So I want you to honor that within yourself at some point this week. Now, specifically, as we're looking at the astrology component and how this works for you these next couple of days, you do have the energy of Saturn is actually having some positive communications going on with Jupiter, but it's sort of allowing you within those energies of what Jupiter's got going on, hanging out there in Taurus. It's supporting the thought process about the higher expansion energies and elements, and that's exactly what these two places are giving us. Again, we've got this Virgo energy. If you will go in and you will receive your rest this week, you're going to find the clarity that you need for the next step. Tame the beast, okay? Don't be a loner. Receive and also receive, because this is where you're going to get the clarity for the action. Now, the Ace of Swords, double-edged sword, right? This is the 15th time it's shown up in the different readings. And so that does mean that there's going to be some sharp tongue activity for some people. The best thing about the Ace of Swords is that it provides you that best level of clarity that you can get. The worst thing about the Ace of Swords is you're driving right down the middle, is going to have some things to do with communication, sharp tongue energy. You can tackle anything that comes in, but you must do it with ease and grace and slow so that you can be very precise, as opposed to stabby with either thought processes and communication. So be mindful of that energy as you're getting in here towards that Wednesday. And of course, we've already talked about the fact that Wednesday, when the moon shifts in, there's going to be some squares that develop for you very specifically. First thing in the morning, before the Aries moon shifts into the Taurus moon, you're going to have a square. So this is happening at like dark 30, but you will wake up into the energy of feeling that. So if you have some restless sleep showing up here on Wednesday, Capricorn, I would not be surprised about it. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to use that energy for, okay, I know something is coming, bubble up with your protection, because later on in the afternoon, before the conjunction of Jupiter, or excuse me, it's Jupiter in Taurus and the moon in Taurus, there's going to be this trine that develops here with Saturn in Pisces. And so that is going to help open up the energy from where you could have felt a little bit restricted before. Okay, so let's move into the energy of this King of Pentacles, this Taurus energy very specifically that is here on this Taurus energy. And now we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position, healing restrictions, healing energies of feeling as though we didn't have it, we couldn't get it. This is full circle when you have the Five of Pentacles. That's in the reverse position, which is a very, very awesome. And so when we get to the energy of what's taking place on Thursday, very specifically how this is going to support you is the fact that there is still this sextile energy that comes through the two earth signs having beautiful motion and momentum. And that is going to support you. Also, before Venus rolls out, okay, into Aquarius, she's going to get in on the mix, and she's going to drive the energy of what Sagittarius is trying to do here. So you're going to feel this possibly a little bit earlier on here. So if you are very sensitive to energy, you're going to very much feel the clouds are opening up for you, and you're going to be able to understand this a little bit more when we come in towards this weekend. Let's jump here into Friday, because it's, like I said, it's going to be one of the heaviest energetic days of the week. Very specifically for you, you sort of get left alone because Venus is gone now. Venus is out the door. And so as Venus comes out of the door for you guys, this really does open up some options for you. Now, you will have a little bit of a square as you're going back, and you're just, are you sure? It's like you're making sure that these doors are opening for you. You keep second guessing the universe only because Venus is moving on into thought processes and making those things be a little bit more supported. But you're going back. There are multiple supporting energies that show up for you this day, but don't second guess the universe. The universe wants to give you something. So Saturn is in a good position on this day and is supporting you. So we have the next two cups for clarification here. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. La la la. They said keep it like this. La la la. I'm not having to go backwards and pay attention because some sort of a situation that was no longer serving you is being taken care of here. Ten of Swords in the upright. Done. Don't have to talk about it. Don't have to look at it. Don't have to review it. There is a gift from the universe here, and I'm not really surprised. Anytime that there's an ace, there's usually some sort of a 10, because that's just how it works in our favor. So look to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday being some really clear days. But let's see what it is that you've got on your brain here on this Saturday. What is it that you're bringing in with you? What does this offer? What is this knowing that Capricorn needs to focus on here? Again, you still have the energies of Venus bringing in this energy for the next steps. That is supportive. You still do have healing energy that comes in with Jupiter and Taurus very specifically opening up what can be taking place for expansion of material wealth, if that's what it is that you're looking for, or opportunities, things of that nature. Those are the things that you're thinking about. We're going to keep this one in the upright position. Knight of Cups against the Queen of Cups could be that you are working on the energy of a partner. Excuse me, that's the Knight of Cups. I beg your pardon. And that's the Queen. Excuse me. So we're erase. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups is the white knight in the deck. So this message that's coming towards you is heartfelt, it's honest, and it's something that you really do need to pay attention to. You don't necessarily have to take action on it on this particular day, but this King of Cups energy that we have here, this is Piscean energy, aka Neptune, aka Jupiter, which is showing up here for you on this day when it's supposed to. So look at this offer that comes in from whoever the knight may represent for you in your particular life. But can be male, doesn't necessarily have to be, but this is honest conversation. This is an honest opportunity. This is an honest sort of a conversation, a sympathetic ear, someone that really does want to support you, and that is what's going to show up. Let's look at this momentum here on this Sunday, because I feel what's taking place for you, especially with the agreements that Neptune is having for you, and that is part of the thing that you're going to want to pay attention to when you get towards Sunday, opening some things up. We have a shift that takes place on this Sunday again, like I was mentioning, and this Neptune energy that is coming for you is actually very supportive. This entire week for Capricorn, Saturn and Jupiter are just in high alignment this week. Ace of Pentacles, when do I do this? Well, this is a timing card. So after you sit down, review this information, clear, cleanse, release, we're going to tell you when to use this ace. We're going to tell you when to use this ace and the project time. In the meantime, have faith and know that we've got this. But I do want to clarify to see if I can get any more on this action, because the King of Wands is important for me to understand that action step for you. That King of Wands has showed up a couple of different times, but if it's in the reverse and then it shows up in the positive here, it's a matter of just letting something work its course. But I wonder if I can give you a little bit more information on that King of Wands. It's important. That's your Leo. That's the energy of how you are moving forward with success. So let's see what we've got here. What's going on with King of Wands? Oh, okay. The Death card in reverse. We're still waiting for this turn. Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. Let's get this Nine of Wands energy also. That's the Sagittarius piece that we need. I think for some of you, this just might be you need extra rest this week. You're going to go through a lot of energy. Yep, there it is. There's the Page of Pentacles that showed up there. It's just a matter of timing. Bottom of the deck here for clarifiers is the Queen of Pentacles. Stability. Stability. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. At the end of the day, this is coming full circle as far as you being able to move forward in a new direction. The energy protection, I think, is the most important thing for you this week because of the amount of rest that you're being asked to take in for yourself. Releasing, cleansing, clearing, all of those different things are going to be super important for you. There's a lot of positivity, but there's going to be some squares that show up a little bit on Saturday, like I said. Sunday's energy, when the sun moves out of Aquarius and it starts to move into the energy of Neptune, and that's going to not be until about early evening, like about 7:30. That will change the dynamic for a lot of people, but very specifically when it comes to you, it's going to open up the field for you to use this new information. Now, if I didn't mention it already, on Monday there's this huge conjunction that took place between the moon while it was still in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. And so from a spiritual perspective, that is opening up your spiritual antenna in order to receive more information. Well, if you're getting downloads all week and all these other shifts are taking place, you need to, lock it down a little bit, not do so much activity, receive the information that Spirit is trying to give you this week, because it's all going to be good. This is all timing. So something that it is that you have called into your awareness, something that it is that you have manifested, or maybe you need to do a little bit of extra manifesting, you are just holding off, because next week it's going to open up for you a little bit more than you've been able to see it in your hot little hands thusly. Seems to be a very simplistic and easy read. Like I said, Capricorns are going to find it probably a little bit more interesting over the next couple of weeks here. And then again, you have 0 planets hanging out in Capricorn, but you are being driven in the 5th house. I just want to remind you that's exactly what it is. your manifestations, your self-expression, your victory, what it is that you want. How is it that you're dealing with that masculine energy that needs to be a part of all of us, divine feminine, divine masculine. It does look to me as though there is a beautiful blend that takes place this week for you guys, okay? Don't resist the fact that you need to rest. Even though the death card is in the reverse position, even if it's Pluto or you have Pluto in your chart or you're dealing with a Pluto person, which is going to be Scorpio, when death is in the reverse position, it just means there might be a little bit of resistance because we need this rest. So you could be so raring to go and Spirit's like, yeah, no, hold off. Let's drive this energy a little bit forward for you in the upcoming week. All right, let's round this off with some of our oracles. We're going to go in with our energy oracle. We're going to go in with a numerology, an angel, and we're going to go with a dragon oracle. And then I'm going to give you more info. Well, we're going to reshuffle that because that's the whole damn deck. If I reshuffle and they all come back out, then we'll keep them. But we do want to talk about protection. We also want to talk about the different frequencies that come up. I am being told again it's going to be heart energy for you, so we'll focus in on that one. But here we go. Oh, okay, it's multiple. We're going to take it. Thank you. Ooh, yes, releasing attachment. That's the reason why this protection card comes in. If you are holding on to energy that doesn't belong to you, it will slow you down. It will slow you down from your manifestations. It'll slow you down from the things that you need to do. So that's what you need to do. Protect yourself, safeguard yourself. And that's not to scare anybody. It's just to say, don't give your power away and make sure that you are bubbling up. And so locking it down this week is going to be important. The other thing about the attachment card when it comes in is that if you are giving somebody false energy from yourself, you need to release yourself from that, which is why you're going back into thinking more beautiful times, energy, and effort. Goddess of the Moon has similar energy towards the High Priestess. You know the choices, and we're going to take you through these choices. The more information is going to come out this week, so be open to receiving these next pieces of information. Numerology, very specifically for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising this week. Okay, some of you, there we go again, manifestations. You've locked yourself off from moving forward, and you've locked yourself off from some of your manifestations. So the best thing about Capricorn is your duty and your perseverance. It's like this week, we're slowing down. We are not rolling with the homies this week. But do not lose yourself in your goals, your manifestations at all. So we have the energy of 4-4 again. So you have all this 44 energy. Okay, you have the energy of 4, and then obviously 85 reduces down to 4. So 4 energy. Lock it down, guys. Okay, let's move over into your angel card and let's see what the angels want to share with our Capricorns. Ooh, 2 cards. Forgiveness and understanding, not only for yourself, but for other people, okay? And then the other card is ease and grace. One more time for the universe to tell you to slow down. Ease and grace means we know that other things are going to show up, but how you handle the energy information is going to be up to you. Therefore, this week you need to allow for a little bit more forgiveness and some understanding. That is heart chakra, okay? And that is what I was talking about here. So we will circle back to that here in just a second, but let's get your dragon card and then we'll go into those for you just a little bit more. Okay. The Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes. What did I just say? The Lilac Fire Dragon is helping you to transmute the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Your purity of heart is what's going to bring the peace, the hope, and the joy. Bam, bam, and bam, all right here. I think this is a beautiful, straightforward reading. But let's go ahead and get into what the importance is of the frequency chakra for the heart specifically, and then the protection. So as far as the crystals are concerned, the protection of the heart, it's going to be anything that helps the heart. So it will be not only rose quartz and things of that nature, but any of the grain crystals that are important to you. So for instance, you can use green calcite is what's calling to me for healing, especially physical aches, pains, and things of that nature. So green calcite is going to be supportive. Apophyllite, from a very high spiritual perspective, is going to be supportive. Herkimer diamond is going to be able to support you. You can also get outside and soak up some sunlight if your weather is going to allow you to do that. There's so many. There's Larimar. They're talking to me about Larimar for you, very specifically about opening up the throat chakra. You will need it a little bit later here. But the heart, the aquamarine also will support the connection between the heart and the throat. So 396 is what specifically I'm being told to share with you. But then I really want to go into the protections. If you do not know how to protect your energy, if you do not know how to pull down the light, if you do not know how to use that energy along with the incorporation of your team, I really highly suggest that you reach out. If it's not me, and I'm happy to help anyone learn how to do this, reach out and learn how to do this, okay? I am protected from negative energy and ill harm. It's important that you pay attention to this because there are lower vibrational energies that either you are carrying or that you will be around this week, and Spirit's trying to give you a heads up here about what that could look like. This is an excellent card for gridding in your home. We're using the energy of the pentagram, which is a double protective energy for mind, body, spirit. Your energy, earth, air, fire, water, and you all working together with spirit. And double protection is what they're talking about. So maybe you just need to grid your home a little bit differently, refresh, cleanse, clear your crystals if you're using them, any of those different types of things. And for crystal support specifically for protection, you're looking at jet, you're looking at black kyanite, black tourmaline. Labradorite will also support all the different chakras at the same time. Bronzite, you can also use pyrite, anything that's deep and grounded, smoky quartz, any of those different types of things. It is important for you to be able to use a grid with intention whenever it is that you're doing that. But please make sure that you're calling in your angels, your spirit guides, or whoever else it is within your pantheon this week. Use your frequency for your own energy. This is the week to lock it down, okay? Lock it down. Practice those energetic protections so that you can have the best week ever, getting back to these deeper manifestations and then seeing the results of it coming up here very, very shortly. Please make sure you look at your sun, your moon, and your rising to get the full picture. Description box, where am I at? YouTube. Description box below will give you the link to my personal website, crystals, tarot readings, healings, and even understanding your astrology chart a little bit better. All those services are available there. I am happy to assist. Otherwise, many blessings, friends, and we will talk to you soon. Bye!